Lions used to be known as the king of the jungle, but it's probably a fine time to retire the old epitaph. For one, lions don't live in the jungle, they live in the savannah. And for two, their prey doesn't always go down without a fight. And other meat eaters don't always just step aside for the king. Which courageous animals can and will challenge the lion in its own domain? Check it out. As we begin our virtual safari through the African grassland, we come across none other than the infamous Nile crocodile. While lions and crocodiles normally avoid one another, the crocodile is the largest non-marine predator in Africa, the lion weighing in at number 2, which makes the conflict between these two apex predators unavoidable. And while the lion is a group hunter, the crocodile is a lone predator, meaning it will take on big prey like the water buffalo all by itself. To up the tension, it's pretty common for crocs to scavenge kills away from lions or even attack lions that have come too close to a water source for a drink. And the bigger crocodiles have some other distinct advantages over the lion, namely their ability to hold their breath. One of the key crocodile tactics is to drag their prey underwater to drown. While active, which they would be during a fight, a crocodile can remain submerged for up to 30 minutes, easily drowning a lion. While these types of confrontations are rare, they do happen, and it isn't easy to say who will come out on top. A run-in that occurs even less often would be with baboons. Baboons aren't common prey for the lion, though the big cat has been known to eat them from time to time, and though the media recently has been circulating footage of a baboon grooming a lion cub, the reality of the situation is probably a tad less cute. Baboons rarely directly confront lions, and it's unheard of for baboons to overcome or kill an adult lion. Baboons will, if given the opportunity, try to give themselves a survival edge. They've been known to kidnap lion cubs and kill them so that there are fewer predators hunting them or competing with them for territory. Thus, why it's likely that this lion cub probably wasn't getting adopted and raised by a baboon surrogate family. A little sad? Yeah. But misinformation about animal behaviors can be dangerous, so it's good to know what to expect from animals, even if it's a lot less wholesome. Moving back to animals that a lion will have frequent run-ins with is the Cape buffalo, or African buffalo. The size and power of the animals mean they see few predators hunting them outside of lions and crocodiles specifically, and just because they're still seen as fair game for apex predators doesn't mean that they are easily picked off. The Cape buffalo is considered one of the most dangerous animals to hunt by humans, let alone lions. They are smart, known to ambush those actively hunting them, as well as herd-minded, often focusing protection on the group to make sure none of their members are killed. In some areas, they're known to have fatality rates comparable to crocodiles, so it's no surprise that more than one lion hasn't managed to walk away from a confrontation with a Cape buffalo. Smart, strong, fast, and with a strong sense of community, these animals are built to survive, and if that means overpowering a lion, then they'll find a way to do it. The only animal to have arguably higher fatality rates than crocodiles or Cape buffalo just so happens to also be competition for the lion. Funny how that works out. The deadliness of the hippopotamus isn't exactly new information. With a jaw that can open almost 180 degrees and incisors that can grow over a foot in length, the strength of these bulky animals is impressive. But it's their mouth that their neighbors need to watch out for. These cantankerous aquatic tanks are known to be deadly, but I still think it catches people by surprise exactly how little of an F these animals give. In this footage, the lion isn't even attacking or hunting the hippo when it retaliates by grabbing it by the head in its mouth and throwing it through the air. I'm trying to approach this with a bit of scientific mind, but this animal has exactly zero chill and will ruin anyone's day, lions included, without warning. Confrontations between lions and hippos are uncommon, specifically because lions know it's unlikely that they'll be able to walk away from that hunt. In fact, no animal is known to actively predate on adult hippos on the threat of their own life. Calf and young hippos have been confirmed as prey, but only if a predator happens to get lucky enough to stumble on one unguarded. Other apex predators and powerful herbivores aren't all that lions have to worry about, despite the reputation for scavengers within the animal kingdom to be thought of as cowardly. Hyenas are anything but. They are the primary competitor for food with lions, not because they're competitive hunters, though they aren't necessarily bad at it, and while they may not be particularly well-adapted hunters, they aren't without a couple of evolutionary tricks up their sleeve. For instance, little is known about what diseases can affect the hyena. Spotted hyenas, along with bats, are one of the only mammals able to survive exposure to the rabies virus. So while hyenas look like cats mixed with dogs, they also share traits with bats, I guess. That isn't complicated at all. But anyway, these weird cat-dog things are specifically competition for the lion because a pack of them will chase it away from its kill in order to claim it for themselves. And that isn't necessarily a rare occurrence. And certain species of hyena are known to fight quite viciously when confronted, meaning if the lion chooses to stand their ground, then the confrontation can turn deadly very quickly. One of the more surprising facts about lions is that they do actively hunt giraffes. One of the more surprising facts about giraffes is that they can fight back with lethal ferocity. Giraffes being able to kill a lion is actually kind of unfair. Giraffes are already hunting on hard mode. For instance, they're already tall enough that it's almost impossible for a lion to bite their neck, their primary means of killing. Although this height gives the giraffes a key advantage in spotting the ambush predator from above, probably one of the most unfair advantages is giraffes don't really sleep. They sleep standing and for no more than 5 minutes at a time, for a total of around 30 minutes in a day. Maybe we should change cat nap to giraffe nap. But that isn't the most surprising fact about giraffes. Giraffe kicks are strong enough to be lethal to lions, and the giraffe has a wide range of motion, meaning it can kick in almost any direction. The lions need to change tactics to try and pull the giraffe down to their level, meaning they're spending a lot of time around the giraffe's legs. And get this, giraffes have been known to kick a lion so hard that it can decapitate them. Imagine being the other lions in the pride and seeing that happening. I'm surprised lions still bother. Maybe giraffes are the best tasting animal on this list. If they're risking decapitation, it has to be worth it, right? Working our way through some of the most dangerous and iconic wild animals in the savannah, we bring ourselves to the rhino. Much like with the other larger animals, confrontations between rhinos and lions are far from common, but they do happen, and when they do, it doesn't tend to work out for the lion. Just looking at the rhino, you can draw quick conclusions about what this massive animal with its imposing horns might be hard for even a pack of lions to take down. But in reality, it isn't just the horn that makes the adult rhino difficult prey. It's their specialized skin structure. The thick skin of a rhino is difficult to penetrate and can range between half an inch to 2.5 inches thick. This means lions can leap onto a rhino, biting and clawing, and do relatively little damage, while the rhino has the opportunity to buck and gore the lion. With its only weapons proving ineffective, it's easy to see why the lion might avoid this behemoth. Speaking of weapons, one member of the antelope family, recognizable by its long, straight, pointed horns, can prove to be a dangerous meal for a lion. I'm talking about the GEMSBOK. And these horns aren't just ornament pieces. The GEMSBOK knows how to use them. Averaging roughly 33 inches in length, the horns develop on both male and females, with a differentiation being slight enough that hunters are known to frequently mix up the two. The GEMSBOK is favored prey for the lion, and while the lion winning that fight may be far more common, the GEMSBOK has been known to walk away from a confrontation with these big cats victorious. The key to these victories? Impaling the lion on its long horns. What the GEMSBOK lacks in strength and speed, it makes up for in equipment. And those are some horns you don't want to be on the wrong end of. One last honorable mention. Much of the lion's diet is made up of domestic animals raised by people. To deter attacks, people have experimented with a couple of different techniques to make the herds harder to kill, including painting staring eyes on the sides of the cow. And while it's incredibly rare for this to happen, since domestication tends to breed out common defense behaviors, domestic herd animals have occasionally killed lions. In one specific instance, a lion who escaped a national park had wandered to a nearby home in the remote village of Lusuwadi in Meru County. While the residents were forced to seek safety indoors, they did not have the opportunity to secure their livestock. Much to the shock of the homeowner, their cow ended up killing the lion. The cow was nicknamed the Lion Killer and gained some local notoriety. Maybe more the exception than the rule, but I think this cow deserves some credit all the same. Did I forget any noteworthy lion competition? Got any stories about lions being forced to back down from a hunt? Leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos debunking popular animal myths.